Good morning, Katie.
Good morning.
We're back again.
Yeah.
And you're going to talk me through very kindly the concept map that you've done, which just describe to me what a concept map is.
So basically what it was is we think of our, the theme of the whole course and what we think that a topic that everything connects to.
Okay.
So for me, I decided to do it on the outcomes of reproduction because I saw it in all the units that we did.
Okay.
So I saw it in the animal units with body systems, the plants unit, the genetics unit, as well as biodiversity and evolution. So
Okay.
I decided that reproduction would be a good theme and a good topic that could connect all of the units that we did together.
Super. All right. I'm going first question first. When you're given that option to come up with a topic or a theme that sort of goes through all of the course, that runs through all of the course, is that difficult?
Yeah, it was really hard for me. I needed a lot of guidance, and it was pretty challenging. I had to go through my notes and kind of see what would fit.
Yeah.
So it did take me a good few days to come up with that topic, and I'd say that's actually the hardest part of the whole concept map.
I'll say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Worth it?
Definitely.
Why?
I liked it.
Why is that worth it?
I liked it because although it was the first step that was hard, so getting that first step done with and over with, I could just kind of focus on the easier parts and into that connections, making those connections with all of the different topics that we learned.
Yeah.
So I think it was really interesting that I could get that first topic out of the way and get all the easier parts afterwards.
Thank you. Let's do a deep dive. Can you do me a favor? Can you just take one section and show me how your brain works? How did you put all of this together and make sense of it?
Sure, I'll do the genetic variation.
Okay.
So I'll do this one because I like the genetics unit the most.
Yeah.
So first what I did was I made a connection from sexual reproduction to meiosis.
Yeah.
Because sexual reproduction and meiosis go hand in hand because sexual reproduction, or meiosis is the process of sexual reproduction.
Okay.
So I made a few connections after meiosis,
Yeah.
which is a haploid cell because we know that both parent cells are used to make a new DNA. So that causes variation in our population.
Yeah.
And then it's going to bring me down here to the DNA and chromosomes because, as I said, we take half of the parent's DNA to make a new DNA. So that goes into DNA and chromosomes. Sometimes during that meiosis process, we see mutations, which
Okay.
may cause disorders. And we learned about many different disorders, like Down syndrome or Edwards syndrome, and other syndromes as well.
Yeah.
I did a portfolio task on sickle cell disease,
Okay.
which I mentioned here, which is about when the red blood cells in your body sickle and it can cause a lot of damage in your body.
Yeah.
I also mentioned here the mitosis part and how it's important for cell division, replication, and growth. So if you ever get an injury or a cut or something, mitosis is the process of healing that injury.
Okay.
So I thought that was interesting to add. And then also I made a connection here, Darwin's finches, because I saw a lot of genetic variation in this part or in this thinking task, and made that connection over here to selective pressures. So that's the genetic variation part of my concept map.
Wow. Are you sure this isn't a master's course that you're taking me on? This is grade 11.
Mm-hmm.
And how did your exam go?
We didn't have an exam.
Okay.
We did this instead of an exam.
Okay.
To make it a little bit easier, I guess a little bit
Oh,
less
so
stressful.
you do not have a written exam?
No.
This is it.
This is the exam.
Yeah, I sort of got that. I was
Yeah.
just pressing you on it because I do find it amazing. Why? What would you rather? Would you rather do a written exam, or would you rather do something like this?
Well, I think before or while coming up with this, I would think that maybe I would want to do an exam. But after doing it and seeing how stress-free it was and just how easy and open-minded, I really did like doing this way. But for some classes, I feel like this would be beneficial to do it as a concept map, and then for other classes, maybe an exam would be better. But for this class, I did like this way of doing it.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
No
Thank
problem.
you, Katie.